All right, so that's the introductory course. I know it's just a little tidbit. It'll get you on your way, little push, but there's so much that I want to teach you. So if this sounds interesting to you, please consider getting the full course. There's a huge discount if you get all of the sections together bundled. So scroll down on this video, or I'll put it in the next little section of this with all the links and the prices of the other sections of the course. But basically, the beginner course, we talk about basic chord analysis, function analysis, and dictation tools, and then we really get into the basics of counterpoint and the different kinds of motion. A really good foundation for the intermediate course, where we do higher level stuff. We talk about seventh chords in that one, a little bit harder dictation stuff, and then we dive into horn sections and talk about brass and saxophones. I show you a range and transposition chart so you know exactly how to write for each instrument, and I show you a whole bunch of examples. And there's way more stuff in that, and I know I'm missing a lot. And then in the advanced course, it's a ridiculous amount of content there. So the intermediate course is about 3 hours of videos. The advanced course is even more. So the advanced course, we talk about string sections, we talk about large ensembles, soloistic voices, we do advanced chord analysis, function analysis, dictation. In the intermediate course, I forgot, you actually watch me write a horn line and record a horn line, so you can see the whole process of what that's like. And then in the advanced course, I do it with a string section. You see what that's like, how you actually come up with that stuff after listening to all the examples. So it's really just taking the stuff that we all learn together. And the advanced course, we also talk about phrasing. So how to shape the phrases, how to communicate with your musicians, even if you're just sending them a sheet of paper. And at the end of it all, I take you through a checklist of how to set up your session for remote sessions or live recording sessions, and anything else. Kind of the most important thing in the beginning of the intermediate section, we talk about notation. So, how to actually write the music and the rules of what to do and not to do, good notation versus bad notation. So, if that's a little bit foreign to you, there's a couple simple rules that you need to follow, and then all of a sudden, all your musicians are going to love you because you're going to write music that actually looks like what it's supposed to sound like. I put so much time and effort into this course that it would hurt me if you really want to take it but you can't afford it. So reach out to us. If you can't afford it, please let me know and we'll see what we can do. And if you really can't afford any of it, then here's what you got to look up: species counterpoint. You can research all that, and that's going to be like a first year of music theory, honestly. Look up the types of motion and the intervals and the do's and don'ts of species counterpoint. And then dive into these Spotify playlists. They're free. You can check them out. I'll keep adding to them, and listen. If you do those two things and just start writing stuff, listen to stuff on the radio. If there's not a horn section, if there's not strings, if there's not other instruments, just kind of practice on your own. And the last thing is learn your pentatonic scales, because that's just everywhere throughout this course. It turns out that's pretty much all these things are doing. There's a few things with strings where they'll do chromatic stuff or diatonic scalar stuff. But most of the time, it's the pentatonic scales. So if you learn that, you're going to be well on your way. So if you can't afford it, please do that stuff yourself, and you'll get there. But I've done all the work for you. So please, I've put so much work into this, and I'm excited to guide you along the way and have you raise the production value on all your stuff like crazy. I hope you're ready, because we're going to dive right in the beginner course right away.